Think of yourself as a magnet, and a magnet can either attract or repel depending on which way the magnet is flipped. So let's say you have this inner magnet, and if your inner magnet is flipped the right way, you attract things to you. However, if it's flipped the wrong way, you repel things from being able to come in. And so in this video, I'm going to share 5 things that block your manifestations. So the first one is self-limiting beliefs. We all have these self-limiting beliefs deep within our subconscious mind. So that means that we're not even aware of them, right? And what quantum physics shows us is that beliefs create reality. What you believe to be true is what you experience in your reality. So if we have these self-limiting beliefs, I'll share some examples with you. A common one may be money is hard to make. If this is a self-limiting belief of yours that is deep within your subconscious mind, so you're not even aware that this belief is playing out in the background, that is going to stop you from being able to manifest money into your reality. You may have a limiting belief that, it's hard to find a loving relationship. All the good men are taken, all the good women are taken. If that's what you believe, that's what you will experience in your reality. So if we have these self-limiting beliefs in our subconscious minds, that is going to override anything that we're trying to manifest or create. So this is why it's really important to do what's called belief work, where you become aware of what your self-limiting beliefs are. You've got to bring them up from the subconscious mind, and then you reprogram new beliefs that will serve you. And then once you've changed your beliefs, like you've reprogrammed the new ones that are now in the subconscious, this is when reality will shift to mirror it. And I have a video that talks more about doing belief work and how to do it all. So I will link it at the end of this one. I think it's a great follow-up video if you want to learn more about how to change your beliefs. Now, the second block is being attached to outcome. When you're too attached to the outcome, you are creating resistance and blocks. You're butchering up the energy dynamics. So when you're attached to the outcome, it's like, you're always like looking for the results. You may be trying to manifest something into your life, whether it's money, success, love, health. But if you're trying to like manifest this thing, but you're constantly looking for the results, is it here yet? Is it here yet? That is going to block it from coming in. And so we've got to learn to let go. The key is knowing what we want and having this clear picture so the universe knows what we want, but letting it go and trusting that the universe will bring it to us in divine timing. That is how you have more magnetic energy that will draw these things to you. And so you really just got to get into the energy and vibration of not caring, like knowing what you want, but also not caring about it, not caring about whether or not you will actually get it. And I have a video on letting go that will share 4 tips on how to let go that I will also link at the end of this video. That will also be another great follow-up video, because letting go is the key. It's the magic of detachment. When you detach, this is when things start happening. Now, the third thing that blocks manifestations is a lack of gratitude. Now, gratitude is extremely important. Gratitude is the frequency of receiving. So, whatever frequency you're tuned into is the reflection you get back, right? That's the law of attraction. So when you're tuned into the frequency of gratitude, like you're genuinely grateful for what you have in your life, the reflection you will get back is more things will come into your life for you to be grateful for. So this is why it's known as the frequency of receiving. But if you're working on manifesting things into your life and you don't have any gratitude, you don't have gratitude for what you already have, or you're not expressing gratitude for your manifestation before receiving it, again, this is going to repel it and block it from coming in. It's all about having magnetic energy, right? It's an energy game. You've got to embody the right energy that draws things to you. You've got to have this magnetic energy. So by being grateful for what you have magnetic energy. So what I recommend is to start up a daily gratitude practice, and you could just start your day of thinking of 3 things that you are grateful for that you have in your life. And then before you go to sleep, think of 3 things that happen during the day that you're grateful for. And if you be consistent with this practice, you're consistently tuning into the frequency of gratitude, which is going to make you more magnetic. And this is how you will attract your desires to you. Now, the 4th thing that blocks manifestations is making it too important. When you make something too important, you really, really want this thing. But when you really want something, what you're energetically saying to the universe is, I really want this thing. I currently do not have it, and therefore I lack it. And then that's the reflection you get back. Because whatever frequency you're tuned into is a reflection you get back. That's law of attraction. And so when you make it too important, you put it up on a pedestal and you're down here and you're like, it would be so awesome if I have this. And what you have done is you've vibrationally separated yourself. You put it up here on the pedestal and you're down here. You can't attract things in if you aren't a vibrational match. So we've got to take it off the pedestal, see it as natural for us to attract these things in. That's how we end up on the same vibrational frequency as it. And then that is how we attract it in. And so we've got to stop making it important. And when you really, really want something, you are desiring it. And desire is a low frequency. On Dr. David Hawkins' scale of consciousness, desire vibrates at 125. Any frequency below 200 is a negative frequency. So if you're really desiring something, you're operating from this low frequency that doesn't cause you to have this magnetic energy. So again, we've got to learn to let it go. And I'm going to link that video at the end of this one that will teach you 4 practical tips on letting go. So I highly recommend checking it out after this video. And now the 5th thing that will block manifestations is negative emotions. Now, firstly, I really want to point out that that doesn't mean you're not allowed to have a negative emotion, because some people think, oh, if I have a negative emotion, I'm going to manifest negativity. And we don't want to be suppressing negative emotions. So I'm not saying that you're never allowed to feel a negative emotion. What I am saying though is, I'm going to explain it like this. Let's say there's 2 different types of negative emotions. Something's happened in life, something's gone wrong, and it's caused a negative emotion, whether it's anger, frustration, sadness, whatever it may be, right? Something's happened in life, you've had this negative emotion come up. The key is learning how to deal with this negative emotion, right? You've got to deal with that negative emotion and clear it out. You don't want to stay festering in that negative emotion, right? So something's gone wrong, something's happened, deal with the negative emotion, don't stay there. Now, the second type of negative emotions is emotional subconscious programs. So your body is actually in control, it's not the mind. I learned this from Dr. Joe Dispenza. The body's in control and the body runs on an emotional program. And so basically the body memorizes emotions. And a lot of us are walking around with bodies that have memorized negative emotions. So we could have bodies that have memorized lack, unworthiness, anger, fear, shame, guilt. And if that's your programming, that's controlling your life, right? That's because we spend most of our day on autopilot. And again, the body's in control. So if the body's running off these negative emotions, you're going to be in a low, you're going to naturally just be in a low state, in a low frequency, and you won't have that magnetic energy to attract things in. We have to, in order to manifest, we have to raise our vibration, because as we make our way up that scale of consciousness into the higher frequencies, our energy is more magnetic. So the key here is you don't want to be in a negative state all the time. And if you find yourself in a negative state most of the time, realize it's a program and you've got to change the program. And if you want to know how to do that, read Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. He will take you through the meditation process at the end of that book that gets you to unmemorize these negative emotions and then memorize positive ones instead. So you're changing the emotional program in the body. And when you have the positive emotional program in the body, you're naturally going to feel positive. You're naturally going to have this magnetic energy that will attract things in. So this is why I say there's two types of negative emotions, right? It's, you know, sometimes something happens in life that causes a negative emotion. We may get triggered from something. Or if we're constantly in a negative state, it's the programming and it needs to be changed. So I hope you liked this video and you got some sort of value out of it. And if you did, let me know by hitting the like button or write a comment. And if you like this sort of content, subscribe and hit the bell notification. I'm going to link these two videos here on how to do belief work and 4 practical tips for letting go. I highly recommend checking them out. Have an awesome day. Peace.